This will be the first part of our nutrition unit. Um, right now, I'm going to go over with you guys some basics of nutrition, and just so you guys have a better understanding before we go into our class project. So, starting off of what nutrition is, it's how the body obtains and uses food for health and growth. It provides energy and building blocks, and it is essential for maintaining body systems and preventing disease. So, why does nutrition matter? It matters because it fuels your daily activities as well as your physical performance. As talked about before, it supports your growth, healing, and immune function. And as well, it affects mood, energy, and long-term health outcomes. So we'll be going over about when you guys do your project, we'll be going over your caloric needs. So it's important to understand before we do that of what calories are. So calories are basically a unit of energy from food. They are needed for every single body function, including breathing, moving, thinking, etc. And kind of what we're talking about and what our whole unit is about is the balance of it. So too few or too many calories can cause health issues, especially if you're having certain goals you want to achieve with your body and your performance. It's important to track the calories that you are taking in and burning. So how to calculate your caloric needs, and then we will go over this more as we go farther into the unit. I'll give you guys some more tools, but basically your BMR is your basal metabolic rate, which is basically the calories your body burns at rest, and as well as your physical activity level is additional calories that you burn throughout um, movement. So your total calorie needs are going to be calculated by taking your BMR times your activity factor. So obviously, if you're an athlete where you play multiple sports, you're going to be needing to take in a lot more calories versus some adult that works all day and then goes home and sits on the couch because you're going to be burning a lot more calories than that person would. So here's an example calculation of um, caloric needs. Again, this can vary very much person to person, and we'll go over that more. But this is just an example. So a 20-year-old, 150 pound, moderately active human, their BMR is 1,600 calories a day, and they have moderate activity. So we're going to take that 1,600 times 1.55 equals 2,400. 80 calories a day is what they will need because that is what their body is burning. So you need to at least obtain that. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, which we can get into later, you obviously could decrease that by a few hundred calories in order to get in a caloric deficit. So here's an introduction to macronutrients. So macronutrients are the nutrients needed in large amounts, the main nutrients in your body. And like I said, there's three main types. There's carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Each of them plays a very unique role in the body. So starting with carbohydrates, it is the body's main energy source. This is found in fruits, veggies, grains, dairy, um, potatoes, for example, bread. So there's two types of carbs. There's simple carbs, which is quick energy. So for example, like a fruit snack or a Rice Krispie treat. Those are examples of quick energy carbs. And then there's complex carbs, which is your longer lasting energy, your whole grains. Like I said, your whole wheat breads, potatoes, all the things of that nature, rice, all things just like that. Proteins. So protein is what helps build and repair your body tissues. It makes up your muscles, your enzymes, your hormones. This is found in meat, eggs, dairy, beans, and nuts, and things like in milk and yogurt. I guess that goes along with the dairy as well, but yeah. And then the third and final macronutrient we're going to be talking about is fats. These provide long-term energy storage. This supports brain and hormone health. Some examples of healthy fats include avocados, olive oil, and omega-3 fats that actually come from fish. And um, some of the unhealthier fats are obviously trans fats, which are banned in a lot of foods in the United States, and also excessive saturated fats. Now we're going to talk about the importance of snacks throughout the days, especially if you are an athlete. I know I have a lot of athletes, so Snacks prevent energy dips and overeating later. It supports muscle recovery after exercise. Uh, Now, it is important though to choose well-balanced snacks, such as protein carb combos, for example, like an apple and peanut butter. This could be good like for pre-workout and post-workout, because you're going to be burning a lot of carbs when you're working out. So it's important, uh, so that you stay fueled, so that you don't get tired throughout your workouts or your athletic competitions. Staying hydrated. This is another key aspect of nutrition. Water makes up of 60% of the human body weight. The functions of it, it helps digestion, temperature control, and joint cushioning. Um, each person should aim for at least 8 cups of water a day. Now, like I said, this varies if you are an athlete, um, or you're just very active throughout the day. You obviously need to be consuming more water. Here's some signs of dehydration. Like I said, if you are noticing some of these signs, you are severely dehydrated and you probably need to drink more water throughout the day. Some symptoms are dry mouth, tiredness, headache, dark urine, other things of that. There's um, other symptoms as well, but those are the main ones. So some hydration tips is to sip water throughout the day. Like I said, if you're an athlete, you could even go for Gatorades, electrolyte drinks, things of that nature, and also include fruits and veggies throughout the day as well. So some practical tips for good nutrition as a very overall whole. Like I said, all these things are very broad, but it's kind of a good baseline for everybody. Plan meals with all macronutrients. Eat fruits and vegetables with lots of color. Keep healthy snacks handy. Like I said, that apple peanut butter is probably a much better and healthier option for a snack versus candy. And drink water before you're feeling thirsty. You should be drinking water all throughout the day. So to conclude, this first part of our unit is nutrition is the key to a strong and healthy life. Every food chance is a chance to nourish your body. Every food choice you make is a chance to nourish your body, and small, consistent steps lead to big results. So, going beyond this, we will be talking about each student's individual caloric needs. So, like I said, some people may be trying to gain more weight or lose weight, and that's when we will adjust those calories, and also your meal plans, as we go along. Thank you guys for listening.